Well, with Tatsel, you just install one thing and it does it for you.
I see.
I would honestly encourage a little bit of both, because here's the thing. In the Ubuntu desktop, to set up a Samba share, not hard at all. You basically just right click a folder in your file browser and say share, and you're 80% of the way there.
Huh.
So there's not really a lot you have to do. I would suggest doing it through ClearOS. Here's one of the reasons. Then you can do it, look at the configuration file, and then you can see, well, it's only these 8 lines of code to make a share. You now just save it out, and then say to yourself, I want to create a new share on this box. And you go and you just edit that code, copy that up to that server. Now you have a share over there, and you actually understand the fundamentals of how it's getting done.
Huh.
And I gotta say, giving a kid a box of computer parts and telling him to make it work is gold.
I know. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering that, Dor.
No problem.
And thank you for the email. With Shane, right? I think it was Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Dave writes, and this will be the last one I read for today. I know you guys have sent some. Next week, we're going to do a bunch, but this is the last one for tonight. Hey, Door to Door and Steve. I've not emailed in a long while, but I'm back with a bang. I'm a radio ham that made the total switch to Linux back in November 2009, and since then I've not looked back, and so far I've helped over 50 PC users move from the dark side over to the Penguin, or coming soon, the Pangolin. Since then, my life has been made much easier, and I have had no complaints over the last 18 months. That's pretty cool. For my own uses, I run Ubuntu 10.04 LTS on a Sony Vaio VCG-V2M and Jala Cloud 1.2 on an Acer Aspire 1 netbook. I'm soon to be building a home media server PC, which will be connected to a 32-inch LCD TV, full 1080p HD, but I shall be running Ubuntu 10.04 LTS on it, as I want to have the best of both worlds, browse the web, read emails. I'll also be installing Tonito WebShare onto it so I can stream my podcast and music anywhere over the internet and over my network to my other devices, and also share files with my dad and friends who are enjoying learning and using Linux. My hobby, which is amateur radio, I run FLDIGI, FLDigi, and CQR log, and various other radio-related software almost every day. And for my sins, I write a once a monthly club magazine using Scribus, which is a super app. You've mentioned Linux format, and I actually subscribe to the Awesome magazine, and I receive both the paper version, and being a subscriber, I download the digital versions to read on my Android tablet. I remember the article you mentioned in the last podcast about the file system, and they explain things quite simple. I found the Linux file system a breeze to use. I currently have issues with my Sony desktop as it has an NVIDIA GeForce FX 5700 running in Ubuntu 11.10 and a few other distros with it not displaying correctly. In Ubuntu, it says it's activated, but another is being used. Is there a way around this? Anyway, keep up the good work, and I shall keep listening and emailing, and that's from David in Dudley, West Midlands, UK. Thanks a lot, David. Appreciate the email. Cool. Good, and sounds like you're into some interesting stuff there.
Very. Okay. NVIDIA cards not working in Linux. Well, you can always buy a new video card, but that sucks.
Right.
Okay. I at the very beginning of the cast, NVIDIA joins the Linux Foundation.
So all is solved.
Yeah. Yep. Call me Nate. Hey, here's the thing. He actually got it working, but he had to go back to an older Ubuntu. What happened was Unity getting more integrated. They did what's called, they blacklisted his video card. They did the same thing on my Dell XPS M1210. What it basically means is they have not tested at all if that video card will work. They have no one who has tested it, so they will not deem it as being an acceptable video card. So the two things around it is, A, you can go in and de-blacklist it yourself, roll the dice, see if you get snake eyes. You might get 7. You never know. But when he went back to the older version, I believe he went back to 10.04, which is non-Unity interface, and voila, surprise, it just works. That's my only gripe about the distros for the last like 8 to 10 months. They all want to launch with a default desktop environment that needs 3D acceleration.
That's not good.
I guess I'll say I understand it. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
My logic is that first boot, do you want to attempt to enable 3D effects?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
And 99% of people will say no.
What? You think?
I think everybody would first click yes.
Yeah.
And then they see like, oh, that's all it does? Never mind.
I agree.
Because it really doesn't do a lot.
Cool. Awesome, Dor. Thank you for the email. And that's going to be it for today. We got about 12 for next week. I'll read them all. I will do it. Don't think I won't. So, but today we're petering out here. Dor, tell us where people could find you. Anything else you want to say? And then go for it.
They can find me in my bed sleeping. Anything and everything you want to know, basically, DorDorGeek.com. I seriously just got to thank Tracy, Bayer, Jonathan, you, Sean, Eric, Ellis, Knuckle, Sporksaber, Bayer, all you guys, Mark over at Element Opie. You guys all make this fun, and I seriously cannot thank you enough. People, don't forget to patronize. That's the right word?
That'll work.
To patron these other podcasts. Show them some love, too, because they're good people.
Totally. And we thank you, Dor, for bringing the content as usual. These shows would be... Could you imagine this show with just me? Could you imagine? That would be like very...
Ready?
Yeah.
This is super crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the sleepy talking. But this is what I was thinking. I was thinking of trying to do a podcast, time shifted, and with people remotely without using Skype, Mumble, or anything else. You ready? You basically, in Haytel and Voxer, you can go back and play old stuff.
These are Android apps, by the way.
Yes. Voxer will give you the option of basically going to the beginning of a conversation and hitting play. So basically, I could, tonight, say, open it up, hit you off and say, hello, everybody. Welcome to Linux for the rest of us. My name is Geek. Stop my message. You get that message, you say, and my name is Steve Turbina. And then tomorrow morning or something, I hit the button and say, on this episode, we're going to look at this and this and this and this and this. and then release the button, and then you say something. And then I could go back in, connect it to my mixing board.
Just hit play.
Go to the top, hit play, hit record, and I could record it all as one conversation.
That is amazing.
So it's a time-shifted cast where saying what's new with you this week is useless because it could take a week to record the podcast.
Right. Dude, that's a really funny idea. You should try it.
For certain topics, for certain things, it could work.
It would take so long. It's so many messages.
So?
Okay, yeah, you definitely should try it. You should definitely try it.
I'm not drinking tonight, so I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know either, but I think it must be just you because it's just a creative idea. So it's just coming from you. No alcohol needed. Go buy Dor's videos at linuxfortherestofus.com and enjoy them because they're highly enjoyable. They really are. I did some editing on them. I watched them all through and through, and it was a fun project to work on. I see exactly what went into all the videos, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it. So go to linuxfortherestofus.com, buy Dor's videos, support the man, and with every video you buy of his, he will buy himself a Raspberry Pi. No, I'm just kidding. He can't do that.
I would like to.
Well, Thanks, everybody, for watching, listening. Guys who came by live, appreciate it. That's going to be it for Linux for the rest of us for this week. I will be much more awaker, not a word, next week, so that should be fun, and we'll talk to you guys then.